All right. All right. All right. All right. Oops. Cool. Well, welcome everybody. Oh, fucking dumbass. I closed the game. Alrighty, we're back with the Book of Unwritten Tales. We're going to continue where we left off. Chapter 1 prologue. I forget where we were. I think we're still trying to get all the items needed for our journey. Yeah, I was holding off because I was showing everybody the chair. We're going to do it again.
This chair is completely uninteresting. Like I said, a chair to sit on. It's still a chair. A totally uninteresting chair, which is absolutely no help to me. Not now, not ever. It is a chair. Honest. Okay, whatever. It's a horse.
It is a horse.
A beautiful big white horse. What is your problem? A chair is a chair is a chair. I'm not going to answer. The chair, of course. That's the key to it all. Not a chair.
Oh, man. Okay. Let's go back down because I don't remember what.
And down we go.
From Grandpa. Grandpa was advising us on what to do. I'm pretty sure we got everything, so I don't want to talk to him fully yet because then it'll trigger the next thing.
Excuse me, Colonel Grandad?
Colonel Grandad.
Yes, report back.
Oh, I almost clicked it.
I'll go look for the rest of my...
You do that. I've got enough to take good care of the ring. It's your precious.
Right.
I never heard that Lord of the Rings reference. Huge fan. I've never seen or read any of it. Okay, so I have
The map shows the area between...
I have my parachute. I feel like I'm supposed to do something with this stuff. What? There's something else. Whatever. Let's see. Let's just talk to him. Let's just
excuse me, Colonel Grandad?
Yes?
Oh,
I have a parachute.
Fantastic. Parachutes are hard to come by and are difficult to make yourself. After all, you'd only want to entrust your life in a quality product, not something makeshift you've patched together yourself.
Trust my life? But, of course. I mean, of course not. So, that's the last of my gear.
Excellent. We could get going if only my damn machine would work. But you can't find a thing in this house. No nitroglycerin, no dragonhide armor, no concentrated pillars of salt, no full mithril jacket bullets. Nothing.
What do you need all that for?
For what? It's a war!
But we just want to deliver the ring to the Archmage. Don't you think a sled...
What? I need a nitroglycerin substitute. Something highly explosive. The only thing that comes to mind is good old dwarven ale.
Dwarven ale?
Devilish stuff. We reduced complete countries to ash and rubble with it. We loved the smell of dwarven ale in the morning.
Okay, I'll get you some dwarven ale. Anything else?
Yes,
War heroes,
I
am I
need
right?
a cog. A 5/8-inch screw steel sprocket, straight beveled, hard chrome plated, BSA threaded flange with right-hand thread and lock ring locking. It's not a standard size, and I can't find one anywhere.
A 5/8-inch screw steel sprocket, straight beveled, hard chrome plated BSA threaded flange with right hand thread and locking lock ring. Sounds familiar.
Come back when you've got the stuff. I'll sort out the rest. But remember, you leave a free gnome and free you are. What will you do with that freedom? Will you
I
fight?
don't know what that's a reference to.
Right.
I wonder what other references he has. But anyway, let's take this thing apart because it probably has that 5/8 thing.
Shouldn't be a problem with the right tool. There you are. A 5/8-inch screw steel sprocket, straight beveled, hard chrome plated, BSA threaded flange with right hand thread and lock ring locking. Maybe that cog wasn't all that important. Fly. Oh, maybe it was important.
It's dead.
Excuse me.
Yes, report.
Here's the cog, Grandad. I had to break my flying fish for that.
War always involves sacrifice. Your flying fish was a hero, one of our best. We will honor his
What a
memory.
granddad.
Excellent. All we need now is the dwarven ale.
Dwarven
Well, it has to be diluted and used in small doses, of course.
and the dwarves drink it. And where am I supposed to get something that infernal? Oh, probably the master brewer's the only one who can help us there.
There's just one problem. The storage and brewing of dwarven ale is strictly forbidden after there were a number of serious accidents.
I'll see what I can do. Well then, I'll let you get on with your work.
Yes, and get a move on. We haven't got much time.
Oh,
But
right.
remember, you leave a free gnome and free...
Yeah,
Right.
Okay. You already said that one. Damn it, I was hoping for a new one. Alright, so now I gotta go talk to the master brewer. Probably needs barley for that. I don't know what the ice pool will do.
A crystal clear ice. A vial of my mum's superfoot.
Alrighty. Is there anything else here? No. Okay. Anything else here? Ooh, soil.
Doesn't look...
Oh, I know what I can plant here. I can plant some barley.
I don't even know what to do with one handful of barley. Why do I need two then?
Good point. Alright, let's go talk to the master brewer. Into the bastion. Oh, master brewer, sir.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, Wilbur.
When the robot started in on you, I never thought you'd beat it.
Oh yeah, I sent a robot after.
It was an epic scrap, lad, an epic scrap. Dwarf against machine, nature against technology, mind over matter.
Mind? How did you destroy it?
I hit him as hard as I could with heavy objects until sparks started leaping out of her.
Oh, a shrewd tactic.
Too right, but he did land a couple on me. Look what he did to my beard.
Oh, yes.
Damn.
I was so tanked up with ale and adrenaline I didn't even notice.
I talked to my granddad. He thinks the ring is important too. He wants to help me get to the human town.
Yeah? Well, of course he wants to do that. Listen to me, laddie. Nothing against your
Nothing
grandpa.
against Grandpa, but he's a fucking
But
idiot.
don't you think he's a few Jills short of a pint?
My granddad is a great soldier and inventor.
Of course he is. Of course he is. But, how should I put it? He's maybe had one crash landing too many. His flying machines were mostly a bit, temperamental. And let's face it, he wasn't actually the greatest of pilots. Honestly, son, if your grandpa reckons there's something in that story, then for me, that's just one more reason to keep out of it.
Grandad and I will show everyone. Mr. Master Brewer, assuming I were to need some dwarven ale,
Dwarven ale? It's not allowed, unfortunately.
why not?
Have you heard about the explosion on Mount Winterpeak?
The volcanic eruption.
Volcanic eruption.
Wow.
Deep under that mountain was the finest ale brewery in the whole dwarven world. My dad took me there when I was nothing but 2 beer crates tall. Can you imagine how aled up we were?
Kind of. What happened?
Ah, well, some so-and-so cocked up, and boom! And that was that! All over for Dwarven Ale
Guess
brewing.
we can't beat the game.
After the accident, it was banned as a substance of enjoyment. The sharp taste, the warmth in the throat, gone forever. Now it's only used in
wanna try
warfare and in the alchemy industry.
Some dwarven ale. Maybe you should have played RuneScape.
But you do know how to brew dwarven ale, don't you?
Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle? Of course I know. I'm the master brewer. It's not difficult either. First, you get barley germinated in a malt house, then let them bloat up after leaving them dormant for a bit. Then kiln dry the green malt, keeping it turned, coarse mill it, making sure that the husks don't get destroyed.
The husks? What are...
Then mash the whole lot in a mash tun, obviously using a decoction procedure. After the iodine test, we get on with purifying and separating the malt from the beer wort in a slatted filter bed.
Of course, but...
In other words, we let the draft run through the mash pot. We then put the first wort in the brewing kettle, let it simmer, and add the hops. We let the wort settle to remove the trub crust, add the yeast, and then leave to ferment. Then we run everything through the pebble filter. That's all fair enough. Then it gets more complicated.
Stop!
What? We're just getting to the exciting part.
I'm sure we were, but I just abandoned the idea of brewing some dwarven ale myself.
Well, whatever you think.
Let's assume I need a small tankard of dwarven ale really, really urgently. Could you brew it for me?
Could do, but I'm not going to. It's not allowed.
Oh, come on. Who's going to notice? When was the last time another dwarf came by to visit us?
That's a fair time back.
You see? Wouldn't you just love a nice cold dwarven ale tonight to celebrate your victory over the robot?
Oh, dwarven ale is nectar. I'd certainly enjoy a wee taste of it again. Oh, but it's not going to happen. I'm missing a few ingredients.
You dumbass, that's why I'm
And if I
here.
get them, would you brew up 2 tankards then? One for me and one for yourself.
Aye. It's a deal. You find me the missing ingredients, and I'll brew some dwarven ale.
Okay, what do you need?
Crystal clear mountain water, hops, and some barley for malting.
But that's it? No deviled fire, salamander eyes, or dragon's breath, that sort of thing?
Nope. Water, hops, and malt. Then there's just a few secret ingredients and naturally synthesized aromatic substances and a couple of E numbers. But I've already got them here.
Okay, water, hops, and barley. I'll
I
get
got
them.
you barley.
Here's some barley from my mum's kitchen. Can it be used for brewing?
It's not the best, but it'll have to do.
That's it?
Do you have any idea where I can get the hops?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that thieving rat took the best part of 5 sacks. I've not enough left. I've got to be careful with it.
The rat, huh?
Ooh. Okay, back. Alright. I would love an ice cold beverage of some sort. Maybe I'll leave my house and get some. Alright, so I can't get the hobs.
I have to go. Enjoy the celebration.
Yeah.
Ah,
If the rat has stolen that many hops, it might still have something stored in there. There's something in there. Something round. Hopefully it's not a giant rat dropping.
you're about to find out.
It's a single hop. This is probably all that's left of the stock of hops.
What is a hop?
It's a single hop. This is probably all.
Looks like a grasshopper.
I've got some hops for the ale.
Oh, no, my lad. That's not enough.
Oh, I got you
I
a
need
half.
more hops. A proper handful.
But
Oh, well, that's it as far as the dwarven ale's concerned. But you can plant the hops. You'll have enough next year.
I know what to plan. Alright, let's go back in here real quick. Even though we need the water, and I just remembered I have the icicle. And I have this thing, and then there's a stove here.
it'll take a long time for the icicle to melt. After all, the pot isn't all that warm. I should speed up the melting process.
Wow, I wonder how.
It shouldn't take long to melt the icicle. The stove is still warm. The icicle is gone. All that's left is crystal clear water.
I take. And then I give.
I have a pot of crystal clear water for the dwarven ale.
Show me. Hey, that water's very good. We can use this.
Oh, I thought you just drank all my water. Alright, let's go plant the hops in mommy's pot. And then we use the super fertilizer to get it to have 1 billion of them. You don't even need water, just need that fertilizer.
Okay, I'll plant the hop in the soil.
How much do you need? The whole bottle.
Let's see what happens. I really can't imagine this stuff. Wow. Good fertilizer, that.
Why is it like orange?
Nah.
He thought he was gonna drink it. Oh, he took it back. You put it back, but it's not in my inventory.
Wow! A huge hop plant with tons of cones. I've picked about 10 cones. That should be enough for the dwarf. I've picked about 10 cones. That should be enough for the...
I already think I got everything. I don't remember what the third thing was unless I already gave it to him. Oh yeah, the barley.
I've got some hops for the ale. Is this enough?
Ho ho! That's enough. I hope you haven't been whipping stuff out of my stock.
No. Well, only indirectly.
And that means I've got all I need to brew the lovely dwarven ale.
Dwarven ale.
Right, it's all go now then.
Oh, my dwarven ale.
Hey, laddie, just watch out that you don't get any of that in your eyes. It's dangerous stuff.
I'll be very careful. Thanks very much, sir.
Drink it, drink it.
Tell me, Wilbur, what do you need all that junk for? The dwarven ale and all the other stuff that you've been dragging out of here the whole evening.
Well, it's because of the ring. I need it. Grandad's helping me get the ring to the human town safe. Well, quickly.
Oh, Wilbur, it's dangerous for a young gnome like yourself out there.
I know, but I promised that gremlin, and I believe it really could be important. And I'd like to get out of here and achieve something.
Taste some adventure, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think that the ring is all that important. Not everybody's born for having adventures, my lad.
Stop trying to tie me down. You're
Maybe
holding me
you
back.
really do need to get out of here.
There you go.
Really?
Aye, laddie. You still live with your parents, and you keep company with a very interesting, intelligent old dwarf. But that can't go on forever,
about himself?
can it now? So, if you do leave and go off on an adventure, even if it's just to Seastone, then maybe you'll come back and visit and tell me all about it then, eh?
I promise.
Don't forget us. You're going to have to excuse me now. I've got an appointment.
Cheers, my guy. Oh, what's that there? I wanna go see him drink. Oh, where'd he go?
The master brewer says it's very easy to brew beer. This pump can be used to pump water up from deep, although I wouldn't bet on it still working. I thought so. Broken.
Oh, I was
The
probably
dwarves have a lot of work ahead of them when they get back.
probably meant to try
if they
using
come
that
back.
before I tried the icicle. Well, that's the end of the bastion. Nothing else to do here.
That's all there is.
Where was I leaving? Okay.
And down we...
Let's go. I don't want to watch you spinning for an hour. Alright, let's go talk to Colonel Granddad.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Here's the dwarven ale, Grandad.
Oh, my goodness, we must be careful with this. Now I have everything I need. It won't take long now. Prepare yourself for takeoff.
Take off? What do you mean by take off?
Here we go.
That's what you meant by take off.
Absolutely. I've aimed her at the town of the humans. Betsy, too, was, of course, designed to shoot grenades. But I'm confident that she'll get your capsule there, too.
Confident? Get me out of here. Please, Grandad.
Listen, my boy. I'm proud of you. You're doing something very brave. Sure, Wilbur. I'd like you to have these.
Your old aviator goggles. Oh, Grandad, I didn't think...
Too slow, my boy.
Okay.
Fire!
Oh my god.
Good luck.
That looked like it came out of my head. I think it's Colonel Granddad. Oh my god. I love how we walk through this with such a dumbass.
Where is it?
Oh, I hate her voice.
He still hasn't told us, Mother.
He will. Who else knows about it?
The Archmage won't know about it yet. We were able to intercept the servant, as you know. But
But
an elf, Mother. She tried to free MacGuffin. She might know something.
she needs to be watched.
Very well.
Get her. Why are you
And
watching?
now, Mr. Professor, let us have a little chat.
Oh well, no problem. I am an elf, and I'm
Why were
fit.
you here? This ain't
What
your
now?
house.
I'll get the book out of MacGuffin's secret cellar and take it to the Archmage.
Cheep, cheep.
No, they were all gone when I got there. They collected the cage and were off. Now it's up to us to get the book.
We can do it.
Of course I don't have to, but, well, what else am I going to do? It appears to be very important. And even if it isn't important, those shady fellows want to have that book. It's better that we get it out of the cellar before they get their grubby mitts on it. Then don't help me. Why don't you just fly home? Just don't tell my parents anything. Ungrateful feathered fowl.
Got him. Got him. Look how much there is here. Oh my god. So now we
A
are
tatty
the elf.
wonky scarecrow. Its clothing has been nibbled by mice, but the hat has something about it. A scarecrow that doesn't even scare Cheep Cheep is clearly of no use whatsoever.
Oh, fair. Pumpkin.
A pumpkin patch, not particularly well cared for. Presumably MacGuffin spends a lot of time buried in his books and not enough time in his garden.
God damn. Isn't a
The
gorgeous
pumpkin
place?
should have been harvested long ago. The groundwater is only a few metres down in this region. Presumably the well isn't very deep. The well rope is fastened to the windlass. The well rope... Strange. Someone's fitted a wooden shutter in front of the little window. Looks like the shutter can be opened. It's pretty high up. Strange. Looks like a daring structure. And just like the whole house, pretty wonky. Doesn't look as if it'll last long.
Oh, I thought it looked pretty good. But what do I know about construction and home ownership? Crank it! Crank that!
That was suspiciously easy. The rope is broken and the bucket's probably at the bottom of the well where it's of no use to anyone. Without a bucket or something, I'm not
You don't even know why you need water. So why are you even thinking about it? Oh, look at those little animated fans up there. Oh, firewood.
a pile of logs. There is no way that MacGuffin will get through the winter with such a small amount, not even autumn. 3 should be enough.
3 kindlings.
An upturned flower pot made. There's a stone under it. That could be a firestone. That's coming with me. Presumably the professor wanted to prevent the stone getting wet.
You can evolve Charmander into Mega Man.
A large brick fireplace. The fire grates on the outside, not inside the house. That's a bit unusual, but it does make sense if the professor doesn't wish to have a swinging metal. I should hang something. A brown,
It's a
slightly
flint.
transparent looking stone. Such firestones are
Very common.
I'd say this is a pretty basic millstone. Grain is tipped into the hole above, and you then turn the upper stone. The flour then comes out of the...
Why don't you grind the flint?
Once they get going, they'll burn for a few hours. I can't set fire to logs just with a firestone. I need something that lights easily to get the fire started.
What the fuck was the point of the kindling? Burn the bird.
Why is that scarecrow not scared? Yes, certainly. And how?
Nice conversation.
Normally you're the first to take flight. Do you have any idea which artifact could be so powerful that it could make someone into
How
the
the
ruler
fuck
of the
would
world?
that bird know?
No, that's been lost to the depths of the ocean. No, that's been thrown back into the same fire that was used to forge it. No, I haven't got a clue. It must be something that no one bargained for. Something that no one... It'll be in the Gremlins book. If only I had it already. Good luck, little one, and don't get up to any
Like burning down the house? Okay, that's how you enter. What else have I skipped? Oh, there's a watering can.
An old watering can made out of metal. It's small even by...
Now I can make a fire. Okay. Alrighty. Let us go inside. Wait, there was something back here. Undergrowth.
There's a stone in the undergrowth. There's something written on it, but I can't see what it is. That could be a little gravestone. I can't remove the undergrowth with my bare hands. It's very dense.
Use a fire stone. Oh yeah, I can put this onto the rope.
That should hold. Let's give it a whirl. It worked. This means that I have a gremlin watering can full of water.
Why? No idea.
There's fresh well water in the water.
Is it fresh? I'd still boil it if I were you.
I can't set fire to logs just with a fire. I need something that lights easily to get...
What the fuck was the point of the kindling? I don't understand. Do I need hot water? Like, what am I supposed to do?
The watering can with the cold well water is hanging on the metal arm. It'd be better to light the fire first, then the watering... I can't set fire. I need something that lights...
Back off. Alright. I think it's about time we enter this guy's house. Ooh. A carrot. Look how much stuff is in here. Oh my god, so many things to click on. By the way, every time I hold down spacebar, it just like tells you, it's like an answer key. So try not to use it. But it just tells you like what is there stuff, what is available to click on, and there's like 300 million things.
Typical bachelor. Everything in a mess. Plates, pots, cups, covered
Shut
with
up.
a sticky mixture of dust and fat. Dead flies. Oh, yuck. I'm definitely not tidying up here. Why hasn't the gremlin's companion sorted this out? A wooden tub, about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the professor's washing floating around in it. White shirts, grey socks, red underpants. A wooden tub, about half... Oh, great.
Why is it still an option?
The back of the fireplace. When MacGuffin wanted to heat his food up, he just needed to put it into one of those little stoves. A small old-fashioned shield. The inside is highly polished.
I want the shield.
A small old-fashioned... What's that? A box with some kind of glass eye. It seems to be hanging directly in front of the gable window. I haven't got a clue what it's for.
Oh, you'll find out.
Would appear to be a mirror frame. There are still a few broken... The mirror's turned so it reflects the fireplace. Strange.
Very strange. What if I did this?
Not quite as good as a real mirror, but I can see my reflection. Looking good, as usual.
Shut up.
I can only see myself. A carpenter's cup. Not really worth a closer look.
Then why am I allowed to click on it?
Looks like the base for a statue. It's made out of stone and it's covered with strange characters. There's a six-sided indentation on the base. There's a six-sided...
Well, let me... Oh, there it is. I see it.
A stone casket placed in a wooden box. The box looks very cheap. It could be one of those storage containers. The stone chest is decorated with two angels and has writing on it too. I can't read it.
Open sesame.
What's likely to happen, eh? Sand. Is it me, or has it just got much warmer in here? The chest is filled to the brim with fine sand. I haven't got a clue what else might be in. I can hardly sift my way through the sand with my hand. The chest is filled to the brim. I can hardly...
Hardly you can do it, but you could. Oh, look at the jelly glowfish.
A standard jelly glowfish. They're everywhere around here. This one here isn't glowing anymore, and won't ever again. Jelly glowfish are really quite frugal animals. They need water and a little bit of food every now and then. I think these are all the things that the professor uses on his digs. A brush, a little shovel, a sieve.
Well, I'll take the sieve.
I'll take the sieve. The rest looks pretty useless. The chest is filled. I can hardly...
Shut up.
There is something in there. A little brass key.
Why did it get warmer in here? Why did you say it was warm? Was that necessary?
Books, books, and more books. Most are ancient tomes. They appear to be written in just about a dragon's skull. It could have been a horntail, nasty creatures, but there are very few around. The last of them are now working almost exclusively as beasts of burden. They've not just lost their viciousness, they've lost their pride too.
Yeah, one's in the bank at Gringotts.
I can still remember a time when dragons were powerful. That was centuries ago, before they were subjugated to a stranger's will by the... Once they were brought under control, they were used by the 100 on battlefields. From that very...
That's fucked.
The book that MacGuffin told me about is hidden in the cellar. A large handwritten book. It looks like it's been used a lot.
Read the book.
It's the Gremlin's diary. Perhaps I'll find some hints about the cellar. Let's take a closer look. Who would have ever thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to stop this madness? And I didn't find the key to it on one of my expeditions, not in dark dungeons or in fiery... Oh no, I discovered the answer in an old book. He must mean the book that was hidden in the cellar, in which the information about the artifact's whereabouts is written. The notes end mid-sentence. I wonder why I haven't heard anything from Archmage Alistair yet. I sent Beetle out with a message for him yesterday morning. I hope nothing has... That was the last entry. There are others before it.
Yeah, that's when he was kidnapped.
What's this at the beginning of this page? Today I have been examining the books that I brought back from the Grindle Mountains. Amongst them was a book about herbs and tinctures. An old herbalist was adamant that I would find a recipe to cure my cold feet in it. What a disappointment, though. Just superstitious nonsense about frog eyes and wool
Frog
socks.
eyes.
I was just about to burn the book when I noticed that the volume contained other things. A disturbing tale of a tragic relationship between a magician and his pet sheep Boris, as well as a travel log written by the travel log described how the explorer landed. He created several very beautiful sketches of the temple ruins that I will use these to entertain myself and translate the runes. The next entry was made 2 days later. It's only barely legible. It must be the entrance. The wrath of the gods caused the temple to sink into the ocean, of course. But not all, not all. Ye gods, my hands are still shaking despite the fact that Beetle made me a calming herbal tea before he... Good old Beetle. He has obviously got no clue how significant my discovery is. I have sent him to Master Alistair, the Archmage of the Humans. He is to hand him a seal tomorrow. Tomorrow Master Alistair will arrive, and I can unburden myself of this terrible responsibility. I will not be able to sleep. And next there's the last entry that I read out before. There's nothing more there of interest. Old parchment and yellowing papers, filled with texts in many different foreign languages. Adonisham Western, Quenya and Sindarin, and technical drawings in Kuzdul.
I have a feeling I'm going to use it as kindling.
A little wooden box. Doesn't look like an antique or anything particularly valuable. It has beautiful workmanship. It's locked. It's locked. A strange stone head. It's been roughly hewn but has perhaps a memento from one of the... A little brass key. Could belong to a drawer or some small box or something of that sort.
Gee, I wonder what it's for.
Let's see. There's a bit of paper in the box. The paper's densely covered with writing. Deus ex machina. The ghost in the machine is the heading. There's also a drawing of a stone figure. At its feet is a vessel containing liquid. The ghost in the machine is wise to all the secrets of this house. That's what's written here. Blah blah. Pour the fuel into the bowl at the foot of the machine to awaken the ghost. Fuel? Oh, here. Grind the beans and tip the powder into boiling water, then pour the mixture into the bowl. We've already had that bit. You'll get the beans from the machine. Strange. A machine that's meant to be familiar with all the secrets of the house. Wait, there is something else. There's a six-sided flat stone hidden under the paper. It has something a bit like a knob on the top of it. Nothing else in there.
Alright, so the only thing we haven't looked at is the sarcophagus, but I'll wait until next time. Because that one's a little fun time when I click on that. So we will keep that suspense, and we'll see y'all later.